The thing that you've had victory in is the thing that you're going to have authority in. Yeah. And you can speak with congruence and conviction about the things that you've overcome. And we forget about what we've overcome because we forget about the struggle that we've been through because we're already at this stage. But think about the people that are following you. You've already carved out that path. You can help them get there faster. You can give them a streamlined way and a faster track to overcome those goals. Imagine going through a forest and they're trying to go through it all themselves, but you've carved the path for them already through because you've already broken through. So you're like that guide leading them through the forest when they can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah? Amen? All right. So belonging is really important. How can you help people feel like they belong? So a lot of people have groups and tribes, but you want people to have a sense of belonging the whole time they're with you, from the beginning before they even start to work with you to the end. So think about someone who's coming into an interview for a job and you're a leader. What is going to help them feel like they belong? And that's a really great interview question to ask them, because you're going to understand what drives them. And even with clients, like what makes them feel like they belong. The enemy of success is isolation. And what happens is when people start to struggle, whether it's with money or emotions, they start to isolate themselves. And that's where those little foxes' little lies come. And that's why it's really important to hear the word and sit under the word and sit under prophetic people and have people come around you. And a lot of times leaders are so scared of being vulnerable because they're scared because they've been burned, because they've been around people that they cannot trust. They shrink back into themselves and they try and fix it all themselves. And if you're finding that you're exhausted or you're overwhelmed, it's because you're probably not leaning in enough and you're avoiding people that can help you. And when you're around people that can help you and not always the leader in the room, you have to go through a whole nother level of vulnerability. And I'm going through that season myself right now. It's like some of the deeper things that are within me are coming to light, that I've realized, like I've had some trauma that I've experienced, not major, although it is quite a big deal with some family stuff. And it's actually been quite traumatic. And so how do I navigate that? I've got this toolbox, but now I've realized, okay, I need different people. And so finding your ideal who are people, being around people that you admire, that have navigated a road ahead, who absolutely have the capacity to pour into you. And one of the biggest problems that leaders experience is receiving. And the reason why they have trouble receiving is because honestly, there's some trauma there, or there's some past hurt there, or lack of trust there in themselves. Unless you allow people into that deeper place, they have to build enough trust with you to feel like they belong in your world. When people get into a group, they take roles. They play roles. So some people play the role of, I can't do it, I need more help. And usually they play that role because there's a deeper need within them that needs healing, because they're smart enough to do it and you can see that. Or they may play the role of the leader and start helping everyone else and not share what's actually going on within them. Or they may play the role of the victim. So when people come into a group, they play different roles, but I'm exhorting you to rise up wherever you're at and step into more vulnerability. It's okay for you to have times where things are hard and you tell someone and you get whatever help you need, emotionally, spiritually, practically, to help you get through that little patch. And often for leaders, it's just a small amount of time before you come out of that place. But part of overcoming overwhelm and overcoming all this distraction is actually sharing and verbally sharing. So intrinsic motivation is motivating yourself, but extrinsic is when other people are around you, your tribe. I cannot share enough how important it is, the tribe that's around you right now and the tribe that you create. We're working on this a lot to build more connection, deeper connection inside of our groups, because we want people to feel more connected, more deeply connected. This is the thing, like people need to find a very, very small group of people, not be shallowed, running here, running there, but find one person that's going to help them with this area and stay with them the long game.